Hello, my beautiful friends from around the world. I'm Carolee, and I help to give you clarity through life's toughest challenges and greatest joys. Welcome to my channel and to your pick a card reading today. Let's shift the energy, right, Whiskers? Let's shift the energy. Oh my goodness. So today, Spirit has asked me to bring you messages from them, from your higher self, from the higher realms, from your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, whoever is here to communicate with you today or to communicate with each pile. So I have 3 different piles to choose from, and it's going to be a pretty general message. We'll see what they have to say for each of you today, but it's an important message from the higher ups for you today. What do you need to know today from them? I'm really excited to bring this message to you. Da, da, da. We have 3 piles to choose from, and in a moment I'll show you the overhead shot of these 3 piles, and when you're ready, take a few deep breaths, pick the card that resonates with you the most, and when you're ready, go to the description box below and there's a timestamp to your reading there. Thank you so much. See you then. Pile number 1, you chose card 3. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Oops, and I forgot to remove the other pile of cards. We're just gonna shuffle as we go here together. See what the universe, spirit, source, your guides have to say to you today. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Grounding, getting in touch with and attuned to the natural world, the rhythms of the world. There's this beautiful full moon behind her head wearing the antlers. It to me looks like some sort of a ceremony. There could be a new moon ceremony coming up for you. The new moon is coming soon. Let's ask Alexa, when's the next new moon?
Good afternoon, Carolee. The last new moon was last Thursday, January 11th at 6:57 p.m. The next new moon will be on February 9th at 5:59 p.m.
Oh my God, I asked for the new moon. I meant to ask for the full moon. But I guess that was important for some of you. Maybe some of you did a ceremony for the new moon, maybe intention setting for the new year, and maybe you've been really focusing on self-regulation. Alexa, when's the next full moon?
The next full moon will be next Thursday, January 25th at 12:54 p.m.
Okay. So next Thursday, some of you could be considering doing some sort of a ceremony or working with the moon cycles I'm seeing. Definitely getting grounded, getting connected to the earth, to nature, the rhythm, the natural rhythms of the earth. They're showing me the earth breathing and you getting in touch with the rhythm of the breath of the earth, of the cosmos, they actually said. And using, some of you might be Reiki healers or Reiki practitioners, or being called to pursue a career in Reiki healing, energy healing of some kind. It doesn't have to be Reiki, it could be a different kind of energy healing. I'm shuffling down here because the table's of brass, and I love the look, I love the table, but it's loud with the microphone. And anyway, if you're wondering, this figure has this beautiful crown on. A lot of gold around her. These cards are just beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. These ones, the High Priestess cards. Let's pull a few cards and just sort of see what Spirit has for you. They're saying one more, so let's get one more. Oh gosh. And then Death at the bottom of the deck. transformation at the bottom. Show you that. Is it focusing? Focus. Focus. I'll put that there. Death at the bottom. Two of Swords came out first, upright. Five of Cups. Ace of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Swords. At the very end, I'm hearing consistency. Consistency is the key. They wanted me to organize it a little bit differently. There's this energy of going up and down, up and down, up and down, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I think that with the calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation, you're being asked to self-regulate, to get in touch with the natural world, to get in touch with the rhythms of the cosmos, your own natural rhythms as well. When you're feeling exceedingly high, they're saying, bring yourself to, ground yourself. When you're feeling really low, ground yourself and get yourself to a point where you're at this state of equanimity or like remaining equanimous, feeling un they're saying untethered, unhinged, but what I think they're saying is when you are feeling untethered and when you are feeling a little bit unhinged, that it's important that you ground yourself in those moments. And it's not just going to need to happen for you once a day. This is like an ongoing, all day, every day sort of thing until it becomes a habit, until your body gets used to feeling calm, steady, focused. It's going to take some time though. There's something about indecision maybe in the past. So if we look at the evolution of the cards, the way that it's sort of like playing out here with the Two of Swords, Five of Cups, Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, which is that slow and steady, right? That's in the fourth position here, which is the advice position in this 5 card spread. So we have like kind of the past or what's going on, the maybe what's going on here, the hopes and fears perhaps, or perceptions. So this is sort of like what's gone on in the past. This is sort of like your perceptions about what's happening right now, hidden information, advice, and then the outcome. Typically, I don't really use a lot of the spreads in that way, but I like to have more of a conversation style with God, with source, with spirit, with the universe, what have you, with angels. Um, but in the advice position here, it is sort of the slow and steady wins the race, being consistent every single day, every single moment throughout the day, as much as you possibly can. Nobody's perfect. You're not going to be perfect, and you're not meant to be perfect. That's not the point of being human, of living here, right? That's not the point at all. So the point is that you're learning. The point is that you're growing. The point is that you're healing. The point is that you're forgiving and loving yourself. In the past, you were incredibly, with the Two of Swords here, you were incredibly confused, conflicted. Your emotions ran the show, I'm hearing. And you've done a lot of work on that. You've done a lot of work on healing that confusion, that inconsistency, the lack of clarity that's been happening in your life, not knowing what to choose, what to do. They're saying that where you've been the last few years, maybe throughout your life, 1212 was just on the timer, was this state of, oh, I just had it. It slipped through cracks of my mind. They're saying that in the past, you've sort of lived your life ungrounded from the state of not knowing what to do out of fear of not being good enough with the Five of Cups. Your fear of losing out, fear of being misperceived or judged. You've been sort of holding yourself back, not knowing what to do, where to go, who you are. There is this sense of like really not knowing who you are as well in the world. Uh, and I think that there's this perception that they're saying is that you're like, oh, I'm really adaptable to many different types of situations. But yes, you are adaptable, and that's a part of growing up with in an unexpected or unpredictable environment. And so you've learned to adapt un, to other people and situations that are unpredictable. But at the same time, you've been spending your life reacting to situations in your life rather than being proactive and actually making a plan to move forward. So you've been like more reactive than proactive, and that's what they're saying that needs to be, sort of the next step. I think that though, because you've been very reactive, and it's not necessarily your conscious mind that's reactive, it's your unconscious mind and your nervous system in your body. So when your body is constantly reacting to stimulus, to external stimulus that's going on in its environment, it lives in this constant state of being defensive or being reactive and sort of like always on edge, waiting for something to happen, waiting to like have to take action to help heal a situation or to defend yourself or to whatever that is for you. um, but they're saying that it's really important for you in this next segment of your life, especially because you've been focused so much on your healing journey for a number of years. I'm hearing for some of you, um, what they're saying is, instead of now what they're saying is, now you can step out of that state of being reactive to other people and life situations and being proactive. Not necessarily expecting the worst, because you might be thinking, oh, I'll just expect bad things to happen, or I expect other people to let me down, and then your life has become this like self-fulfilling prophecy, or making decisions, reactive decisions based on things that are happening, instead of really being clear on other people's motivations, on what they're going through, right? People might be reacting to you or communicating with you from a reactive standpoint or from their own fears and whatever. Um, what they're saying, you've had a hard time finding your place in the world. And it's not because you don't have a place, it's because you've spent so much time having to cater to the needs and well being of other people. And so you almost don't know where you fit in the scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things in your life. And that's been very confusing for you. And your emotions have sort of like become, or have run the show. You feel as though right now you've lost out on a lot. And it's your own, like, you feel like, oh my God, I've lost out. I'm not at the right point in my life where I should be. I missed a really great opportunity, something like that. I don't know what. We can pull some clarifiers if you need it, if you want me to get more specific. But I think that this is more of a general um, message of getting grounded, and how important it is to get grounded, how important it is to acknowledge how far you've come, acknowledge the healing work that you've done for yourself, forgiving yourself with the Ace of Cups there, focusing on your heart space. Heart space meditations are going to be really important for you, really trying to open up your heart after a long time of closing off. Traditionally, right, the two of swords, the swords are crossed in front of somebody, and it's almost like emotions making it difficult to make decisions or to see clearly, to see a situation clearly, because of a lot of past disappointments and pain and sorrow and grief with the Five of Cups here. You're definitely grieving the loss of something or someone, perhaps. Um, and it's very dysregulating for you. So what they're saying is to get regulated, get calm, get grounded in your body, so that your mind stops jumping around. What they're saying. The Knight of Pentacles is about being consistent with that self-regulation practice, getting grounded, yoga, eating healthy, sleeping well, and surrounding yourself with the right type of people that have your best interest at heart as well, right? It's not just about what you can do for other people, but how can people show up for you, right? You deserve that. You deserve someone to show up for you in um, the way that you deserve. And I feel like some of you, or a lot of you, were taught from a very early age, from your life, from your experiences, that were not all that happy, right? There was a lot of sorrow and pain and frustration as a child that you went through. Just what you observed in your surroundings, with your parents, with your caregivers, in your community, with friends. You're a very loving person, but you've had to sort of put up these walls. They're showing me, and you've been working on sort of tearing down those walls, and yet you still feel stuck and empty, I'm hearing. But they're saying to, continue the work that you're doing, because you're doing a really good job, but to be consistent, and not to give up. The Ten of Swords at the end, the last card here, it could be all of this is coming to an end. The sorrow, the grief, the grieving process is coming to an end. That slow moving energy is coming to an end. I'm going to pull some clarifier cards just to get a better idea, to get a little bit specific, and we'll pull some advice oracle cards for you and see what comes up, and we'll leave it there. Two of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Oh, Five of Cups. Three of Wands. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands. And the 10, I'll show you these cards. 10 of Swords with King of Swords. And the Magician at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, maybe you made some decisions in the past that led you down a dark road. And it got you into some legal issues. This is just a very specific message for some. You got into some sort of legal issues. And they're saying that soon the legal matters, whatever it is for you, take it as it resonates, will be finished, will be closed out. Some sort of an agreement, maybe. That's just a very specific message because we have the Ten of Swords to the King of Swords. It could also be a lot of overthinking and ruminating and that kind of thing. But the King of Swords came upright with the Ace of Cups. Or it could be some sort of conversation with the King of Swords that's going to bring about some sort of resolution. So it could be a legal matter, it could be a conversation with somebody. But there's this point of either you or somebody you know and you're having difficulties with, or you've been having difficulties with, getting clarity that's going to bring a lot of healing to this situation, or some sort of closing out, or some sort of closure is going to happen after some sort of a discussion or a realization if this is just for you and nobody else is involved. But I think that there is somebody else involved because we have the Two of Cups here with the Ace of Cups. King of Cups, Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And this is to clarify the Two of Swords with the Queen of Cups. There, King of Cups. And we have the Two of Cups. Stay consistent. Knight of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands, that's like continue being consistent with whatever it is that you're doing. You're doing a good job. Whether you think it or not, you're not sure, you're confused about whether the efforts that you're putting into something are paying off. They are paying off. You feel really anxious because of everything that you've gone through in the past, the conditioning that your body mind has gone through in the past. That's why you feel really confused and unsteady in this situation. I posted a meme or a quote that was like, we don't heal to get used to trauma and pain because we're used to that. We get that. We know how to deal with trauma and pain. We heal to get used to joy. When we are on the path of healing and finally doing better for ourselves and everything seems to be falling into place, it feels to the nervous system, to a traumatized nervous system, to a chronically stressed nervous system, toxic stress, when you start to go on the path of healing and feeling really good and doing the meditation work and doing the grounding work and taking those baby steps every single day, especially if it's different than anything that you've ever done in the past, creating new habits, building new neural circuits while you're pruning the old ones, right? It feels very unsteady for the nervous system. It feels unsafe even. It feels scary because it doesn't know how to feel safe in a safe environment. It knows how to make itself feel safe in an unsafe environment, right? That's cool. It's used to being unstable. It's used to dealing with chaos. It's used to dealing with drama and stress and fighting and all that stuff. But when it goes into a very safe, nurturing, loving environment, even with itself, right? When you start to show yourself love and compassion and care and all that, the nervous system starts to be like, what is this? And when is the other shoe going to drop? I talk about that a lot, but it's so common and we don't talk about it enough, and how normal it is to feel really unhinged when you enter into a safe and loving relationship or environment, home, whatever, friend group, right? It feels very destabilizing, and it's like your energy is needing to shift and attune to the new energy, to the new environment. And that can take some time, and it takes some getting used to. uh oh, that's too many cards. There is a specific message for some of you if this is something that you're asking about or thinking about when it comes to a person in your life that you feel like you've lost, or you feel like you're missing out on, or that you're grieving the loss of this person. Both of you, and you're both showing up as the cups energy. So one king of cups, queen of cups. This could be a divine counterpart, twin flame. Take it as it resonates. One's a masculine energy, one's a feminine energy. um, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be prominent in your charts. We have the Ace of Cups over there, Two of Cups, a lot of Cups energy, King of Swords, uh, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. I always see the Gemini as like as a fire energy, even though it's an air energy. So in my mind, I see it as very fiery, more of like a fire. So I don't know what it is about Gemini. It just sort of feels that way. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So just the signs that are coming up very strongly: air energy, water energy. Both of you are confused. So, in this specific situation, if you're asking about a romantic person or something like that is on your mind, both of you are really confused about what the other person is thinking and doing and perceiving, right? I feel like both of you feel really lost because this is coming out in the beginning. It's like both of you are feeling really sad. Both of you are feeling disconnected. Both of you are grieving the loss of this connection. And both of you are thinking about each other a lot with the Three of Wands here. It's like both of you want this thing to happen between the two of you. Both of you want to heal this connection. Both of you are visualizing it, right? Both of you have visions of the long term with each other with the Three of Wands there. And you're both kind of reflecting on where you're at and where you came from and how'd you get here, right? I feel like this is somebody you haven't really talked to very much in a while with the Three of Wands, especially. It could be somebody that's at a distance from you with the Three of Wands, so that communication is a little more challenging in terms of like being in each other's presence. I was shuffling and then the Emperor sort of just flipped over. So it could be Aries, could be, significant, or a father figure, or a father of your children, or something like that, or even a boss could be. I'm not getting that though, but I feel like it's more about romantic or family sort of love connection. With the Ace of Cups, though, there is this hidden information about some sort of healing that's taking place with this connection, coming back into sync. I'm hearing coming back in sync with each other. And then they're honestly just saying, being consistent. The advice for you today is get grounded, right? Maybe doing some sort of ceremonies if that's something that you do and it's important for you, working with the moon cycles. um, or some sort of shift really happening in the situation for you around a moon cycle, perhaps. With the Yeah, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, consistent. Be consistent. Make making the effort in this situation might feel uneasy with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like being, not necessarily being defensive, but defending your position or your rights, or standing your ground, right? Setting boundaries, right, in a really healthy way. It came up, right? So it's like just being consistent, really working towards what you believe in consistently without wavering, knowing that what you want is actually going to happen for you. um, but there might be some challenges along the way when it comes to having conversations with other people, sort of setting those boundaries and making sure that you're making yourself a priority. This is also the card of sort of making yourself a priority, um, and not letting other people's energy affect what's going on with you, not letting what they have to say, their opinions, whatever, affect what it is that you want and where it is that you're going. Really trusting your own intuition, your own inner guidance, and following through on that, and not letting other people bring you down is sort of the energy is for the advice that's coming through here for you. The Ten of Swords, King. I do feel like there's some sort of an ending, conversation or a new perception that's going to be had, that's going to be very healing, and it's going to put all of these fears, all of this grief, all of this sorrow, all of this unknown energy to bed and to rest. And then there's going to be some sort of healing that's happening at the end of all of this. The Knight of Wands, death. And oh, death came out again. So, oh, death, right over there. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Um, the Knight of Wands, moving forward with passion, reinvigorated. I'm hearing like a reinvigorated passion for each other or for this situation, or right, I don't know, something like that. There's a lot of passion and healing that's coming in for you very soon after some sort of an ending. And I don't feel like it's a painful ending. I feel like it's putting something to bed, putting something to rest, some sort of misperceptions or miscommunication, perhaps with the Two of Swords there, that caused a lot of grief and sorrow and loss. But there's this healing of this connection with the Two of Cups, and then we have the King of Cups and Queen of Cups. That's like divine counterpart energy, like right there. You can't, you know. I just want to clarify this. Oh my God, these cards are falling. I'm just gonna let that go, and I'll clean it up in a sec. Uh, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. To an illusion. There's some sort of an end to an illusion coming. Daydreaming. You know, I feel like the two of you are both all up in your head, catastrophizing whatever is going on here. It's like you're not in proximity to each other, um, but you're both in this elusive or illusionary state of mind where you're thinking something's going on, or you're thinking something about this other person and it's not actually true, but you're like suffering for it. Your illusions are causing you a lot of suffering over this situation, and whatever you're thinking is not even true. And so you're going to have some sort of a conversation clarity, that's going to be coming forward, and it's going to cause you to both feel a lot of love and passion and moving this movement forward. It's like the end of some sort of an illusion, or the daydreaming, or thinking too much, or being all up in your head about this person and this situation. And that's coming to an end after some sort of a, what is going to bring about this clarity? The King of Swords, oh, Knight of Swords, the Magician, and the Empress. You, or the feminine in this situation, and maybe both of you, have really been, one of you, the masculine, okay, the masculine in this, I just have 111 on the timer. The masculine in this situation has been manifesting, like really working on maybe doing manifesting rituals, perhaps trying to manifest this Empress. And this Empress energy, so the feminine energy in the situation, we did have the Emperor pop up. So again, with the divine counterpart, twin flame sort of energy going on here. And the Empress has been really working on attracting, maybe a partner or a situation or closure to this situation, something like that. But there's definitely going to be a conversation with the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck about this situation. It's going to bring about clarity, closure, harmony, love, passion, moving forward, depending on the situation and how you resolve it. But there's definitely some sort of resolution with with the King of Swords, Knight of Swords, that's going to be coming about regarding this. And there's going to become a lot of clarity, and you're no longer going to be under some sort of an illusion of what the other person is feeling and thinking, which is really great. And I think both of you are manifesting this. The Empress is manifesting like through the law of attraction, like just tapping into her feminine energy and just allowing things to fall into place and working on nurturing and loving and caring for herself. And the masculine in this situation has been working on maybe work and really putting things into place, they're showing me, and like maybe rituals in terms of manifesting, or manifestation practices, scripting, whatever it is that you do. That person is really focusing on manifesting externally, like doing the work of manifesting, like the actual like work of it. Somebody might even be, they're showing me the 33 by 3 or whatever that one is, I'm not sure. Or is it 33 by 3 or 33 by 33 or something like that, that kind of practice. You could be doing stuff like that, like practicing different law of attraction manifesting techniques in order to bring this about for some of you. Whatever they're doing, they're doing it with intention, whether it's working on themselves or working literally on like creating the type of environment or home or something that's going to make the Empress energy feel welcome and loved and supported and that kind of thing, whatever it is. But the both of you are manifesting each other in different ways and in the right energy. So you're the masculine, or depending on who this resonates for, the masculine is working on, external principles of the doing, and the Empress energy or the feminine energy is working on like attracting, just allowing things to come in and working on her ability to receive love and affection and good things, right? So I think that both of you have been doing a lot of work on your own healing, and that's bringing about some sort of resolution in this situation. Okay, and let's see. Advice. What advice do you have? The grounding. Oh, that came out pretty. Card number one, Magician, card number one. There is a reason you have those dreams. The Mystic, Intuition, High Priestess, Visionary. So maybe you guys have been dreaming about each other, or you've been dreaming about this person. Somebody could be a High Priestess here. We have the Empress, so it's possible. You guys are very connected intuitively. You have visions of each other. You might literally be having visions of the other person. You might be communicating telepathically as well. Even if it's not about a person, which I think that this is, because we have too many synchronicities of like divine counterpart connection going on here. You have a vision, and I think this person also has a vision about your future together, or even separate if it doesn't. There's closure, so there's some sort of a vision, that a shared vision that you guys share, and I think it's more telepathically. And there's a reason that you both share the same vision, whether you know it or not. I don't know if you know it or not, but I think that the two of you have been dreaming about each other for sure. And maybe communicating and connecting with each other in your dreams, because the 3D world has been so harsh to you. Anyway, there's some sort of a clarity that's coming through a conversation, and all of the illusions that you have about this situation and about this other person are going to be put to rest. And with that, pile number one, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're interested in a private personal reading with me, or a spiritual guidance coaching session with me, the information for that is on my website, and the link to get there is in the description box below. Thank you again so much, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Welcome, pile number two. You chose number 9, card number 9, Tenderness, True Love, Compassion. Aww, I love this card. The giraffe is such a gentle giant. You're so tender and loving. For some of you, you're healing a mother wound, I'm getting right off the bat. In terms of, I think some of you could be seeking true love, especially when it comes to loving yourself wholly and fully, and having compassion. But I'm getting this energy of having compassion for your mother figure, for a mother, and sort of healing that mother wound. It could be a father wound as well, but I'm getting that off the bat with this card, and just like finally offering love and solace, I guess, to your mother, for everything that she went through. It's like you're seeing your mother through a mother's eyes almost, if you're a mother, or you're seeing her through a human perspective. Like there's a point in our lives where we start to see our parents differently as human beings, rather than like these authority figures who should know everything, which they don't. I mean, they're human beings, right? With their own pain, with their own histories that we don't really know about until maybe we're adults, if our parents want to share with us. But you know, so that's a specific message that came through right off the bat. But whether or not that is actually happening for you, um, I feel this sense of you really loving and nurturing yourself with the Strength card here coming out. Sorry, and I shuffle on my lap because the table is brass and it's loud. But I just like the setup. I like doing the readings here. Okay, strength card. Let's pull a few cards. I'll pull a few cards and then we'll get the message from Spirit. Spirit, what can I share with pile number 2? What do they need to know right now? Angels, spirit guides, higher ups. Pile number 2, what message do you have for them? Oh, I'm hearing lady in waiting. I'm going to pull more cards, but I'm hearing lady in waiting. Or I said this the other day, always a bridesmaid, never a bride energy. And I think that a part of you really is wanting true love, and not just any true love. You want like a fairy tale happy ending, but realistic, very grounded, and you want true love. You want someone who is tender and loving and compassionate and nurturing, and somebody who's going to care about you. Someone who's going to really see you and attune to you and attune to your needs. You've done a lot of work on yourself. You're very strong and resilient. You know that about yourself. But now you've reached a point where you are ready. You're ready for that true love. You're asking the universe for it, and you're trying to show yourself the kind of love that you want to receive from somebody else. What else? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. A bunch of cards just came out here, so let's see. Ace of Cups. Queen of Swords. You've been asking for guidance, for help. You've been journaling about this. Some of you have been scripting as well. Page of Cups. I just saw 41 on the timer. Oh, there's too many cards. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. You want equal give and take in this relationship, and communication. Open and honest communication. I do see things moving forward for you. God, there's so many love messages that come out all the time. I know your ancestors, though, they're showing me your ancestors coming through with the Strength card. Queen of Swords. Your ancestors are coming through, grandmother specifically, grandmother energy, or ancient, like it could be a few generations back, I'm seeing for some of you. They are so proud of you with the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords. You really did the work that a lot of the women in your family, feminine energies anyways, weren't able to do, or were held back, or felt ashamed, or felt like they didn't have a choice before in previous lifetimes. They're showing me that you have really worked on breaking generational curses, especially when it comes to loving yourself and respecting yourself and standing up for yourself, even if it means being alone with the Queen of Swords there. The Queen of Swords can be a bit of a lone wolf energy. She's very strong, determined, um, very focused, right? Discerning, is firm with her boundaries and her voice, knows how to use her voice. She's very clear about her intentions, about her wants and her needs, isn't afraid to communicate. Like there's so many great cards here around communication, communicating your needs with the Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, um, asking for your needs to be met with the Six of Pentacles. Like there's so many different ways of interpreting this, but they're showing me specifically your female energy ancestors congratulating you for doing the work that they were unable to do in their lifetimes. And they're like, you have broken generational curses when it comes to how women are treated in your family. And they are like, they're so proud of you. You're standing up for yourself, and you're shifting the way that you allow others to treat you and communicate with you. And the way you put yourself out into the world is very different than what they were taught and what they did. Um, and that's a big deal. The healing work that you've had to do in this life, that you've undertaken in this life to break those generational curses, is phenomenal, they're saying. You're so strong. You're so much stronger than you know, than you see. Um, and there is love coming in for you. Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. You might actually have multiple love offers. 2 2. So for Two of Wands can be about, partnerships. Two of Pentacles is focusing your energy. I'm going to put those over there. I'm seeing multiple different love offers for you, or multiple different people wanting to tap into your energy. And you being, they're showing me, okay, so they're showing me this image of you, of people trying to tap into your energy, different people trying to tap into your energy. Multiple different love offers, business offers, like things coming in, people coming in into your orbit. And you, because you've done all this healing work on yourself, you know where to focus your energy and set your boundaries, and you know how to trust your intuition and what's right for you and what's not right for you. It might take you a couple days or a day. You might need to say, like, give me a day, give me 2 days to kind of like decide if this is the right fit for me. Let's say somebody's like, if it's business and somebody brings you an offer or a client or potential suitor or love offer, whatever, right? Not to jump in right away, to consider your options, to make sure that you're doing the right thing for you. But I think that you have done so much work on yourself that you feel confident and comfortable to ask for that time in order to make some sort of a choice, and shift your energy and focus on, like, okay, is this person right for me? Is this situation right for me? You've done a lot of that work for yourself. And you know that, I think that for you, for not all of you, but for a lot of you watching this, you know that you need that little bit of time to make a decision, and to really weigh your options, pro con lists, right? You might be somebody who makes pro con lists, but you value yourself with the Queen of Swords here. You value yourself so much that you know that you're not going to fall for anything that isn't what it seems, they're saying, or for somebody that isn't what you need or what you want. You're very specific. I feel like you have a very specific person in mind, whether it's an actual person that you know, or a very specific image of the type of relationship and how you want to feel, how you want to communicate. In that relationship, you have a very focused idea, perception, idea, often this vision of this person and who they are, of your life and what you want it to feel like. Even if you don't necessarily know what it's going to look like, you have a very clear vision of what it's going to feel like, with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. And um, you've brought a lot of balance to your life, where before you were extremely imbalanced. Like, you've done this hard work on your inner self, on yourself, and things are going to be moving forward for you. And I think in many different areas of your life, we do see love here, but I think that it has a lot to do with loving yourself, healing yourself, and communicating with the world, with other people, from this place of love and authenticity, with the Queen of Swords and Page of Cups. And now the universe, with the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands here, it's almost like the universe, spirit, source, your guides are now going to give you this acceleration. It's like a gift after all of the work that you have done, and your ancestors are so proud of you. It's almost as if your ancestors are going to the council, spiritual council, and saying, like, our person, right, our family, this person, look at all the work that they've done. They have accomplished so much of the tasks that they were sent here to do, to accomplish. And so now we want to push them forward. It's almost like your ancestors are now saying, okay, it's time for you to achieve. It's time for you to win. It's time for things to accelerate for you. You deserve this. You earned it. And it feels like a gift, but it's actually something that you've earned. Three of Wands, some sort of a vision, something that you've been manifesting, some sort of a vision that you've had, is going to be coming in. And they're not getting very specific with the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So it's very much like, it's going to depend on each of you and what it is that you are trying to manifest and what you do want in your life. And even if you don't have a very specific idea, you're focusing on your heart center. And because you're focusing on your heart center and sort of asking the universe, spirit source, your ancestors, guides, what is for, please help me align with my highest good. And you're doing that, focusing on yourself, setting firm boundaries, going after what it is that you want, knowing what you desire and what you deserve, and not wanting to settle for anything less. And spirit is now responding to your energy very quickly. If you don't see things really shifting and changing in your life yet, it's going to be happening very soon within the next 3 months. I hear, but I don't think it's going to take that long. I think by the end of 3 months, they're showing me your life is going to be very different 3 months from now. With the three, oh, I didn't even think about that. The Three of Wands. 3 months from now, things are going to be very different. 3 years from now, you're not even going to recognize the old person and where you were at before. You're just going to be, they're saying grateful, like just so grateful that you did the hard work of healing that inner, the inner wounds and stuff from your ancestral line, from the generations. This isn't just about you. This is about healing your generational trauma, generational wounds, especially along the matrilineal or mother's side. Some of you would have been, or your ancestors would have been witches, or even from a past life would have been witches that were like burned at the stake, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah, you were confused before. You didn't see things. There is a new beginning. Okay, the Fool, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is about consistency. Continuing, you've been doing the work consistently without knowing where you're going, or not everything has been really clear, but you've been doing the work anyways. You might not specifically be manifesting something specific in detail. You might be just asking the universe. And I know I talk about this a lot. Universe, spirit source, God, align me to my highest good, my highest timeline. What can help me manifest whatever's the best, whatever's for the best, for the best or the highest good for all in this situation, right? Very kind of open ended. But you've been doing the work consistently without really knowing where you're going. You're just following your inner guidance, following the guidance of your guides, of spirit, source, God, universal energy. And it is taking you somewhere, but you might not necessarily know where it is that you're going. And I think for some of you, it's meant to be a surprise. Seven of Wands, the moon under that. Yeah, just keep going. Why does the energy feel so heavy though? For some reason, you still feel, not everybody, this isn't going to be for everybody, this is a specific message. For some of you, you feel almost as if the weight of the world is still on your shoulders. You have there's anxiety here with the Two of Swords because you can't see what's coming. Your efforts, Okay, I need the other deck. I'm just going to confirm some of these cards before we wrap it up. I pulled a lot of extra cards. I wasn't planning on it. Okay, let's just see. Strength. Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's that anxiety. You've had to be so strong. I think you're really anxious because you're moving forward in this direction, and you've had to be so strong in your life. You've had to be resilient. You're like one of the strongest people everybody knows, and yet you feel inside of yourself like, but naturally, there's so many, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. Your energy, your natural born energy is very tender, right? With the tenderness card, this is you. This is who you were born to be. And yet you were put into situations in this life to become really strong and resilient. You've had to overcome a lot of battles, a lot of challenges. You've had to be the Queen of Swords, even though you're not naturally a Queen of Swords energy. You're very intelligent and maybe clairvoyant and thoughtful and thought-provoking and wise and a great communicator and all of that, but you're not harsh. But you've had to step into this harsh energy, and it's not really who you are. And you've been like, I just want to be like my tender, loving self. I just want to be this energy. But I've had no choice but to be really strong. And so moving out of that, now that things are stabilizing for you, now you've done this, all of this work, and the universe is starting to show you and gifting you with all of this abundance and rewards, and you might have already started to see that abundance and miracles and opportunities and connections and stuff are coming into your life. They're saying pouring into your life, but you still feel really anxious. You still feel like you need to be strong. You still feel like you need to set firm boundaries. You still feel like you need to hold yourself apart because you are, this feeling of like, I still, need to make the effort to focus on loving and nurturing yourself. That's something that you weren't necessarily taught. You weren't taught how to love yourself and care for yourself, and you weren't taught self-care. That can be really challenging for some of us who weren't taught, and we didn't see as a child, if we had mothers and um, feminine energies in our lives that didn't practice self-care, that weren't tapped in, tuned in, turned on to their feminine energies, to the law of attraction, and like the feminine energy of receiving, being receptive, and always having to give and prove and force, and that kind of energy, right? So it can feel very anxiety ridden to um to stop being in the masculine energy when you are a feminine and step into that feminine energy of receiving. It can feel very unnatural to you, even though it's the most natural thing for you. That's just a part of your conditioning. And you're not wrong for feeling this way. You're not bad or not a good manifester or any of that kind of stuff. Like that's not true. It's just that your nervous system needs some time to adjust to this new awakening. I'm hearing the awakening that's happening within Ace of Cups again. Second to the Ace of Cups. So this is literally healing and love, opening yourself up to receive love, true love. After doing all of that really important work, you can actually embody, like, they want you to embody all things love, which I think that you're working on, but it doesn't feel all that natural for you right now. And it's not because it's not natural, it's just because you've been living in a state of fear and anxiety and strength and having to prove yourself and take care of yourself, and hold the darkness at bay. You've been in that energy for so long that just being and embodying just the essence of love feels triggering right now. But with practice and consistent effort, it won't feel like that anymore. And as you start to attract more love into your life, whether it's friends or other, people, or even more self-love opportunities to love yourself and care for yourself, and nurture yourself, and as you practice that more, it'll be more comfortable for you. It'll feel more natural, and you'll crave it. You'll know how to do it. You'll take time for it, and you'll bask in the glory of just like pampering yourself. Right now, it might feel a little awkward. Okay, so the Queen of Swords, Temperance, patience with yourself. I've had to develop a lot of patience. I feel like some of you might be that kind of like, let's go, 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 very disciplined, very organized, very linear, or you've had to be. Um, or you've been asking. This is also about asking the universe for that true love, doing the work on yourself, but asking and not seeing the results yet. And it's been really slow to come into your life for a reason, but Spirit is asking you to just continue to take care of yourself, to be in that receptive energy, and have patience, right? Or you've had to have patience. With the Eight of Wands, though, at the end of this reading, I do feel as if things will be picking up for you, but you've had to have a lot of patience in the recent past. For when you've done the work on yourself, the healing work, and then okay, now I want to ask for what I want from the universe. I want to manifest it. I'm going to script it. I'm going to start asking, right, and opening up to receiving. And it might be taking longer than you expected, but it's just because the universe are showing me is trying to maneuver things and like organize things so that it, you know bring the thing that you want in the timing that's best for everybody. You have been asking the universe for, to align you with the highest good for all, and when you ask for that, the universe has to make sure that the chess board is set for everybody who's involved here, so that everybody wins. Well, not that everyone wins in chess, but maybe there's like a stalemate. Checkmate. They're showing me a chessboard, and the universe, not you, but the chessboard, like moving, and they're trying to like move things around, right? But when somebody else makes an unexpected move, then they have to adjust the chess pieces in order to like get back to the strategy, right? Because we have free will. So when somebody else uses their free will, but then it causes some sort of it rocks the boat of what the universe had in store. The universe has to recalibrate and recalculate the next move. So that's kind of caused a little bit of a delay. They're showing me. That's just for some, if you're wondering. Eight of Cups and the World. Oh, I wasn't really asking anything, Justice. Some of you might be getting, okay, this is another message. Some of you might be getting an offer that's going to take you around the world or take you on a trip, or you're going to be moving somewhere. With the Page of Cups, it could be about a message coming in. With the Eight of Cups and the World card there, it's like a trip around the world or a move around the world or something about a distance coming to an end or having to move to close the gap for some. Because we have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands, which can be about a distance in the World card here, and the Eight of Cups. There's like a distance between you and something that you want, and that is closing. Like the gap is closing, they're saying, for whatever that is for you. And the Justice card at the bottom of the deck leads me to believe that there's some sort of balance coming to a situation. The Three of Swords is underneath of that, so it could be balance to a heartbreak or some sort of betrayal or something that can be coming into your life, or you're creating balance in your life after having been betrayed or after doing the healing work on yourself. And we've already talked about that. Justice can also be about a contract. So we have the Six of Pentacles here. So it's almost as if you could be getting a contract or receiving some sort of a financial reward or something, or a settlement could be coming in fairly quickly with the Eight of Wands. It could be something like that, something that's been delayed or was at a distance from you with the Three of Wands. Either way, that's going to be closed out. I'm going to put those over there because I didn't ask a specific question. They came out. I think that was a side note for some of you. Okay, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay, that's Seven of Cups. This is similar to pile number one, not entirely, but similar in the end, towards the end here, where it's like some sort of an illusion. There's, it's like you're going to be offered something that's going to that you have been dreaming about. Not an illusion. It's something that you've been dreaming about. Page of Cups, Knight of Wands. Is this a person? It could be a move. Honestly, there is some indications here about a move, of some sort of a move that's going to be happening for you. It's going to bring a lot of a settled feeling, like something's going to be settled or feel a little bit more settled in your life. It could be about a move with the World and the Eight of Cups, leaving behind one situation to go to something else that's even better for you, right? This, like, not a Queen of Cups, the Empress at the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, the King of Wands underneath of that, Justice. Oh gosh. Hierophant. Oh, the chessboard. Okay, so they're saying your move. It's your move. Or it's their move. Depending on how you resonate with the situation, somebody's got to make a move. Someone's about to make a move, a chess move. Maybe. There's something about a move, like a literal move or a figurative move energetically, right, out of one situation and into another that's taken a really long time. Or you got off track or something like that. It was derailed. Something happened and the universe had to recalibrate. In the meantime, there's been healing going on, right? while there was that delay going on, there was extra healing, extra resilience that was needing to be that was done by you. I don't know if it was actually needed, but it definitely was a pain in the butt. It was a delay that wasn't necessary. The delay wasn't necessarily necessary, and they're showing me it wasn't really like divinely orchestrated. This delay, it kind of happened because of people's freedom of choice, and they're like, okay, so they had to recalibrate and maneuver things in order to bring the situation back together. For some of you, that could be a specific message. If it resonates, take it if it resonates. um the Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups. There's something that somebody here in this situation has been dreaming about or daydreaming about and thinking a lot about. Like there's the Eight of Swords energy here, and it has to do with a person. And there's some sort of a conversation or some sort of somebody's going to offer something that's going to bring about a complete Magician and the Five of Cups. I keep hearing this. I've been hearing this a lot recently. Ugh, what was lost is found. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot, Justice, Wheel of Fortune. Again, balance. Things are shifting and changing. The Hermit. After a long time of being alone, we're talking about someone being a lone wolf or having to be alone to do that sort of healing work. And the Hierophant. Eight of Nine of Wands. Yeah, challenges. There were so many challenges to this situation or something, some sort of an outcome. Okay, so what this is like you've been asking for this thing. You've been doing the healing work, breaking generational trauma. Ancestrally, your ancestors are so proud of you. They're super proud of you. Um, and you're trying to tap into the natural essence of who you are, right? You've been really focusing inwardly, and you're going to start to see evidence of that healing work that you've been doing within. You're going to start to see evidence of it if you haven't already externally within your life, especially when it comes to some sort of a higher level of commitment. This is definitely a person. I think it could be a new love. For some of you, it's a new love. For some of you, it might be with the Five of Cups here, it could be somebody from the past, although it's not really indicating that. What they're saying is what you have asked for, what you've been manifesting, what you've been asking them for, especially when it comes to sort of true love, because you've done that inner healing work on yourself, that true love is coming with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can be about healing, but can also be about a new love or a new opportunity at love, depending on who this is that shows up for you. I'm not going to look into who it is because in February I'm going to do more like love specific messages. Whoever this person is, they're going to see you as this Queen of Cups, your natural essence, the tenderness within you. They're going to really love and respect and appreciate you for who you are and the way you show up in the world, your natural feminine energy with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing and loving, compassionate, artistic, creative, um, intuitive as well. But this person is going to have so much fiery passion for you and for you as you are. You're not going to have to hold yourself apart. You're not going to have those really firm boundaries, and you're going to be able to be in that receptive mode. This person is going to take care of you or is going to allow you to feel taken care of. With the Hierophant there, they're going to want to commit to you and nobody else. They're only going to have eyes for you, passion for you. They don't want anybody else. They're not going to want anybody else. You might be with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands over here, you might be afraid that this person is, because that's coming out over here amongst this situation over here. You might be afraid of letting go. You might be afraid of, does this person, because you've been hurt in the past, right? This could be, you might be afraid that they are still playing the field or they have other options, or they're weighing their options. That might be something that you think about, especially in the beginning of the relationship. You might have a lot of fears initially, but this person's going to have so much compassion for you, and they're going to be patient with you with the temperance card over there. They're going to have a lot of patience for you, compassion for you. They're going to understand where you're coming from, and they're not going to push you or force you. They're open to moving slowly. With the Two of Swords over here, that you're not going to be sure of their intentions. With the Two of Swords, you're going to be questioning their intentions and their motives with you, because you've been through so much in the past, right? That's your fears, but they are willing to go slow and steady to prove to you how much they want a committed relationship with you, how much they're willing to be in this with you for the long term. They're going to totally flip the script on your inner beliefs and your past experiences around love, true love. And this is going to be a love that will last lifetimes. This is going to be like people around you are going to, maybe you were single for a really long time and you probably thought, or you might have thought like, oh, is there anybody out there for me? Am I ever going to find that person? um, and you are, and you waited, and you didn't wait in vain. Spirit is saying you didn't wait in vain. There is this person out there for you, and they so much passion, so much love, so much tenderness. They respect you, and they respect your boundaries, and they're willing to communicate with the Eight of Wands there. They're willing to offer you love and support. They're going to support you with the Six of Pentacles there. Support your vision too, whether it's work or whatever. They're going to support your vision. They want to work with you. Like, this is just a really emotionally mature person who loves and respects you. And they're going to understand your hesitancy in the beginning. They're going to understand, your concerns, and they're not going to play games. Like, there's no games being played here. They're like, I understand that you're in pain. I want to prove to you that you can trust me. I'm going to prove to you that that partnerships are not all about pain and sorrow. I'm going to prove to you that I'm going to stand next to you. I'm going to stand with you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to communicate with you, right? They're going to show you all of that and more, I'm hearing. And you manifested this because of the work that you've done with yourself. And you've healed generational lines of pain and sorrow, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. You didn't get to see what true love was growing up, and now you're going to be able to experience it. And with that, I think I just need to leave it there. Yeah, they're going to be very sincere with the Page of Pentacles. New opportunity in love, extremely sincere. They could even come in with a proposal fairly quickly, to kind of showcase to you just how, some sort of a proposal. It could be moving in together, right? Because there is this move, right? You could be moving in together fairly quickly. um, but it's like they want to really show that they want to be committed to you. They don't want anybody else but you. Like, you check all the, they're showing me like that you check all their boxes, and this, and vice versa, right? Okay, one piece of advice for pile number 2 before I move on to pile number 3. Number 35, the Forbidden Forest: bravery, persistence, redemption. You are so brave to keep going the way you do. Oh, yeah. So 111 on the timer. All right, I didn't change the lighting on the phone, so it might be a bit dark. I apologize. 35, 8, abundance, forbidden forest, bravery, persistence, redemption. Yeah, you persisted through so many struggles, and now it's time for redemption. You are so brave to keep going the way you do. Like, you keep going. You face adversity, you keep going. You face challenges, you keep going. Setbacks, you keep going. You get, you go into, find yourself in situations with people who don't have your best interests at heart. You keep going. You keep trying to manifest. You keep healing, doing the work, right? You don't give up. You haven't given up on yourself, on shifting your family line, the way people show up. It's like you have this intention. If you have children, with the Page of Cups too, if you do have children, you're very intentional about the way you're raising your child or your children in terms of breaking generational trauma. That's very conscious of you. Like, it's in your conscious mind how you show up in the world. With the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands over there too, you're very intentional about how you show up in the world now. With the intention of breaking, shifting generational wounds, patterns, especially the mother wound, maybe father wound as well, but like the mother wound is coming out very strongly in this reading. And you are being rewarded for that consistency. And it wasn't just about, you manifesting this thing. It's about you shifting the entire reality scape of your whole family. This isn't just about you. This is about the generations of your family, and you've done such a good job, And it is starting to shift and change, right? If you do have children, and I know I have a daughter, and I have that intention of I want her to see what real love is, and I'm not going to settle for anything that's less than that, because I want her to know what real love is. I want her to see it, experience it, and even if it's just from me and there's no other partner in the picture, she's going to know it. She's not going to be confused by somebody showing up half-assed without that intention to be that loving, caring, supportive person. And so I'd rather it just be us until the point comes where that person comes along and I can trust and know that that person is going to be and show her what to expect when it comes to partnerships in life, right? And that's been very intentional for me and a part of my journey as being a mom. And you know, so anyway, if that resonates for you, you'll know what I'm talking about. And you've been doing that too, so we're like two of the same, not the same, but you know what I mean. Anyway, with that, pile number 2, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, sending you so much love, a big hug. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and if you're interested in a one-on-one spiritual guidance session with me, or in a tarot reading with me, the information for that is on my website, and the link to get there is in the description box below. I look forward to reading for you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose, this pile had 2 cards that came out. Card number 1, clarity, planning, releasing, illusion. Interesting. There's a lot in these piles today around like illusion. And number 16, twin flame, soul partner, eternal connection. So those came out together. Clarity on a twin flame relationship, perhaps. Releasing illusion around what it means to be a twin flame. Learning about twin flames or divine counterparts. Because this figure has this eagle headdress, or sort of like integrated with themselves. Clarity, this eagle energy here. Let's see. I'm just going to use this deck. They're showing me the birds circling, like as they're hunting. I don't know how eagles hunt, if they're solitary birds, or they're showing me hawks as a family circling, right? Hawks and crows all hunt together as a family unit. I think crows will even hunt with other families, like together, and then like go about their ways. New beginning, the Fool card. But they're showing me hawks circling. And I'm saying hawks because I don't know. I think because I don't know enough about the eagle. They seem like solitary birds, or more solitary. I'm not exactly sure how they hunt, but I know that hawks hunt as a family. So they're showing me just like hawks, or like uh, predatory birds um, hunting and circling. So somebody is circling around you or the situation, or you might be circling around the situation, kind of waiting. They're showing me like somebody who's waiting for the right time, the right moment. Like a hawk, their vision ability, like they can, you know, scope out a landscape, but like zero in on that perfect prey, the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment to dive in. Like they're so good at that. They see the big picture, but can also like hone in on that one specific tiny little thing and go after it. So it's almost as if they're showing me you or somebody, it could, depending on who it is and how you resonate in the situation. Somebody in the situation, so we have the Fool, I'll show you these cards. The Fool, the Page of Wands. Somebody here has been like circling, waiting for the perfect opportunity to come in and to make a move. All of these piles today have sort of like streamed together. Not, they're different, but similar. Similar enough that if you wanted to watch all 3, I would say, yeah, go for it. If you don't feel called to it, then don't worry about it. But if you have watched all three, you'll understand what I mean. If you're in pile three watching it, you'll know what I mean by they all kind of are similar. Different though, it might be different perspectives on a multi-layered situation. Oh, that's too many cards. Queen of Cups at the bottom here. Oh my god. Okay, I'm shuffling on my lap because the table's brass and it makes noise, and I don't, I don't want to be too loud on the mic. So these all came out. Oh my god, the Two of Swords has come out in every single pile. There's so much confusion, uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen, being blind to a situation. I'm going to put that over there because that's been coming out a lot. The Ace of Cups isn't here, but it came out earlier too. Okay, so and then we also have the Queen of Cups and then the King of Cups here, and that came out in pile one, as well as the Death was at the bottom of the deck multiple times. So it's like some sort of transformation in some sort of a situation. And I'm thinking it's a divine counterpart, so twin flame sort of situation, having clarity about some sort of situation. Somebody's ready to make a move. Fool, new beginnings, being enthusiastic, going forward without, without expectation or worry or fear, just like making a move because they, are just so confident in themselves, or naive, right? One of the two, but it's just like, no, not without a care in the world, moving forward. There has been some sort of conflict. It could be inner conflict with you or this other person, or it could be them having a lot of inner conflict. I'm seeing it more as inner conflict, but it could have been experienced by the two of you as an outer conflict between the two of you, but it starts from within. There's a lot of internal conflict that caused a lot of external conflict, and that caused a lot of confusion as well. I think on both sides. So the Five of Wands, King of Cups, or it could be that this person is conflicted about the next move and how to move forward. That could be something as well. Somebody has transformed, somebody has clarity about what they want, and somebody's wanting to make some sort of an offer. They're saying bring about change. Somebody really wants to bring about change in this dynamic, in this situation. A brand new beginning, a fresh start, a move potentially. I'm saying a move because we had a move come out a couple times. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I was going to show you the cards. I don't know. Do you want to see all these? I guess so. I don't want to be like that. So we have the Fool, Page of Wands, Five of Wands, King of Cups. Whatever it is, there's so much love here. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, love and nurturing. Even if this is a divine counterpart, there's a lot of love in this connection. Death card. They love you, you love them. Everybody loves each other, and yet there's a lack of clarity and confusion. Even though there's so much love here, there's all this confusion at the same time and conflict. Life circumstances, I'm hearing, right? Life circumstances got in the way. 2323 on the timer. But somebody's having clarity on something. Mishap. I'm hearing mishap, some sort of mishap. There's a clarity on it, a miscommunication perhaps. That's what I'm hearing. Clarity on some sort of a conflict, clarity on some sort of a move or some sort of movement or some sort of like behavior, actions. Somebody wants to change the way that they act, the way that they behave, the way that they show up in the world with the Page of Wands there. This is like a new beginning. This is like them being, it's almost as if this person, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles at the end there. It's almost as if somebody has clarity on their behaviors before that caused a lot of conflict. Even though there's so much love here, they're realizing how they approach something, their actions cause some sort of conflict. And they want to change that with the Death coming out here. They want to change being naive, right? They don't want, it's almost with a new beginning and the Fool card, this is somebody who was very naive, right? Who was throwing caution to the wind, doing whatever, right? Just taking action steps without any sort of thought. This is just somebody who was very impulsive, doing whatever they thought they wanted to do in the moment, throwing caution to the wind without a lot of thought, without a lot of care or consideration of other people. and they were just kind of out for themselves kind of energy with the Knight of Wands. Not in a, there's no ill intention necessarily here that I'm seeing. It's just a lot of like immaturity with the Fool. It's not in reverse, so it's not like they were being reckless with intention or anything. They just didn't give it a lot of thought to what they were doing, and whatever they did, the actions that they took caused so much conflict internally, and what they were doing, the actions that you were seeing or that this person was doing, it could, and take it as it resonates, if this is you or if it's, I just saw 26 on the timer, depending on who this resonates for and who you are in this situation. Actions born from naivety or just like a lack of consideration, just out to, have a good time, caused conflict. And that wasn't this person's intention, because they do show up here with as a King of Cups with a lot of love. And I'm hearing generosity. It's like they're very generous in terms of their spirit, in terms of their heart and soul. But now they have a lot of, they're having a reality check, I'm hearing, with the Death card and the Sun. This is a reality check, how their behaviors cause certain outcomes, a ripple effect, a butterfly effect, to impact their lives and the lives of the people that they care about. And they are having to go through some sort of massive spiritual transformation with the Death card and the Sun card, but now they're having this like awakening with the Sun card and the Death card coming together, the death of the ego with the Death, and this awakening of the soul with the Sun card, coming to the light, stepping into the light, stepping into their true and authentic selves, really recognizing who they want to be and how they want to show up in this world with the Ace of Pentacles here, the energy that they want. And it's like they're willing to take responsibility now for the energy that they show up with in the world, not just with you, um, but in life in general. And they want to get back to their true and authentic nature, which is, and it depends on who it resonates. Because we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck here, so it could be, um, you know, masculine or feminine energy. It really doesn't matter who you are in this. You'll know, right? You'll know who you are in this situation. But they do recognize that you recognize that you guys are twin flames or divine counterparts. There's a lot of clarity. So we have the card of clarity, planning, releasing illusion, and the Sun card, two clarity cards around a twin flame connection, with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups over here at the bottom of the deck, and the Ace of Pentacles, wanting to show up differently in a whole new body, embodying a different energy in this relationship with you, or the two of you embodying different relationships, where there was a lot of confusion about who you were to them and who they were to you. And it can be reciprocal. There could be a lot of mirroring energy here, which is why the Queen of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. So you guys could be mirroring each other's energy without even really realizing it. And just a lot of confusion. Why do they do what they do? Why? And this person's like, why does this person do what they do? Like, and you're both unwilling to, at this point, I don't, it's not that you're unwilling, it's just that, like I said, life circumstances got in the way, and it caused a lot of confusion and uncertainty about your relationship, or about who you both were to each other, when it should have been something that was really easy and streamlined and in flow. Something got in the way. Just to clarify, so that you will know. Yeah, what a mess, they're saying. What a mess. Like, what a messy situation. Spirit, again, like if you are called to watch all three piles, do it, because they do run into each other. I feel like I'm saying similar things. Um, something got in the way. Could be their own ego or your ego, right? A lack of maturity. Just throwing caution to the wind, thinking that everything would work out without intention. And yes, to a certain point, yeah, we can. But when it comes to other people and other people's freedom of choice, right? How we show up in a relationship with other people, whether it's romantic or friendship or family or whatever, can shift and change the dynamics. And when other things, pile on to our relationships and to our energy, it can shift our without intention. It can shift the way we connect, our energies connect with another person. Okay, so what this sorrow and loss that somebody feels a lot of sadness, or both of you feel a lot of sadness and loss and regret and remorse over something that got in the way. I just keep hearing something got in the way with the Empress here. A mother, it could be a mother figure, right? Maybe a mother figure got in the way, or motherhood, right? Maybe motherhood got in the way. If this was you and you met somebody and you're a mother or they're a mother and like they have responsibilities and challenges with the Five of Wands there, it could be that like just motherhood, the life of it got in the way at that point, right? And this person didn't want to let go of their freedoms of being a single person, right? Out to have a good time. For some playing the field, right? That they didn't want to take it too seriously. They didn't want to be serious, but you wanted to be serious because you have a child. Like that's specific for somebody here. But either way, something got in the way, and then something got in the way. It could be distance, could be other people's opinions. Hold on. There's a High Priestess here. I'm gonna keep that because it's almost as if this person is Ten of Swords. What's that? It could be other people's opinions. So over here we have the King of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Three of Wands. And the High Priestess was at the bottom of the deck, so I kept it because it's almost as if the High Priestess can be about secrets coming to light. But I don't feel a maliciousness to it. It's almost as if, with the Ten of Swords, oh, okay. So somebody here, whether it's you or somebody else, is getting advice from two people, a Queen of Wands energy. Why do I always? I'm sorry, you guys. My brain goes blah if I don't say the signs in like a specific order. My brain goes no, no thanks. Um, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then the King of Swords energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, and then the Three of Wands, which is kind of like a distance or a vision, right? Somebody is helping somebody execute their vision. So one of you in this situation is getting advice from somebody else in this situation about how to proceed, about how to close the gap. I keep saying that today, close the gap. So if you feel called to watch all three piles, watch all three piles. Again, the Queen of Cups is coming out at the bottom of the deck. So it's like this person, this one of these people, one person, right, who allowed things to get in their way, who was like wanting to be in this like here for a good time, not a long time energy, and not really putting much intention or thought behind what their actions, like their actions, and what their day-to-day activities and the way they were showing up in the world in the past, that caused a lot of conflict. Like they're realizing that their actions caused a lot of conflict. Tower at the bottom of the deck caused a lot of tower moments for themselves and other people and relationships and just things in their lives. They're like, oh, I'm the common denominator here. I'm the one who's causing all of this, and that's not actually what I want. And they're realizing now what it is that they actually want. They've grown into this more of an emotionally mature person, realizing like that you are this counterpart, that you are this gift, that you are the answer to so many of their questions. Um, and they realize now their behavior and their intention, again, the Empress coming up at the bottom of the deck, they're realizing now that their energy before, the way they were showing up, the actions that they were taking caused a rift between the two of you. And it caused them and you, but them especially, a lot of sorrow and heartache and regret. They feel so bad about how they were showing up before because that wasn't necessarily their intention. They just weren't in the headspace to offer you or offer this connection what it really needed at that time. They weren't ready. Like I don't see a lot of malicious intent. It was just more like they just weren't in the right energy, the right headspace. They were doing other things and putting you, you know, not making you the priority that you deserve to be. You keep showing up as the Queen of Cups, the Empress, like you want a a serious partner. You want someone who's going to be dedicated to you and there for you and supportive and, emotionally open and vulnerable and willing to communicate and all that. And this person wasn't able to be that for you. And you were like, well, I don't need that. So, and I think that for you with the high priestess and the two of swords over here, you were confused because you feel this connection with this person because you are divine counterparts, twin flames. You feel this drawn to them, you feel connected to them, and you're like, why didn't it? I don't get it. I don't understand. How come it didn't work out? How come they were showing up in that energy? I thought that things were going to move forward and flow, and it didn't, and things got in the way. Um, just because they just weren't emotionally in the right space, emotionally, mentally, physically, maybe they just weren't able to be and weren't aware. They lacked a lot of awareness too of how their actions impacted the situation. And it wasn't until you had to pull away that they realized, oh, like, oh, it's me. Oh, I did that. And now I feel bad. Right. But anyway, they're seeking advice from a queen of wands and a king of swords energy, probably masculine and feminine. They could be married. It could be a married couple or like a couple or people in a community, perhaps. Because there's from two different people, but I'm getting the energy that these people know each other, like they all know each other, and like sit around and what they're showing me is people like sitting around playing cards and like having a conversation about this, like yeah, you have to do this, and yeah, you need to do that, and yeah, you have to do that, and like these people are really getting into helping this person come forward and connect with you, like they're just really into it. They're like, yeah, you know, they want to help you put an end to the distance, to the confusion. Eight of Cups, Six of Wands, Eight of Cups. Oh, something not working out, walking away from something not working out, or somebody might need to walk away from a job, right? Strength card. It could also be somebody, this person wants to walk away. It could be walking away from work with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, like somebody's job might not be working out or might not work out, and they're going to just kind of leave, like walk away or quit, or give their 2 weeks notice or something. Or it could be that they're trying to help this person, like these people are trying to help this person. Four of Swords. Recalibrate, collect themselves. No, I'm not gonna take that one. What are they helping this person do? What's going on here? They don't want to give me all the information. Like they're just like, yeah, they keep flipping. They're like, you don't really need to know the details of this person's conversation. Strength in reverse. This person, a lot in their life hasn't gone according to plan. They've had to recalibrate. They've had to regain their strength, maybe focus on recovery. This person could be in recovery. When I look at the strength card in reverse, it makes me think of recovery, someone regaining their strength for whatever, from whatever, some sort of something that didn't work out, or something that wasn't working out, or like not mastering a skill, or not like maybe mastering some sort of recovery or healing process or something. They're or the strength in reverse can be someone who's not feeling very brave, not feeling very courageous, worried about the outcome, worried about things not working out. But there's like the Ten of Swords, that there's going to be an end to this. But what are they? Magician, yeah. These people want to help this person, whoever it is, take it as it resonates, manifest and work on achieving something, reunion with you, or some sort of a vision that they have for their lives. And these people are really guiding this person and helping them. And I feel like it's not spirit. This is like physical 3D person. There's resistance though. This person though, okay. These people are giving this person advice. This person is resisting it though, or the two of you could be resisting. the moving of forward. They're resisting having to end things. I think this isn't for everybody. They're saying, so this person is resisting ending, putting things to, or like ending things in order to move forward. Maybe it could be them needing to walk away from a job in order to move forward, or something, or something that's not working out, and they're resisting letting it go. Something's not working out for them, and they're resisting letting it go, and that's causing some delays. Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Hermit. Could be healing as well. It could be them resisting letting go of a support network with the Three of Cups there and the Ace of Cups. I'm hearing in my head, like, what if things don't work? What if things don't work out? Oh, God. There's so much confusion and challenges, and it's different perspective. We have the Knight of Cups, the Hanged Man. Yeah, they're feeling challenged. They're waiting. They're holding themselves back with the Hanged Man. They're kind of like waiting for an opening with the Knight of Cups. They're feeling really challenged. They're challenged to come forward, challenged to communicate with you with the Queen of Swords, Two of Cups energy. If you or whoever's in the Queen of Swords energy, this person feels intimidated by your energy, and they're like, what if things don't work? What if things don't work out? Maybe I'm hearing talk you in circles. So maybe somebody here is a really good communicator, or, when it comes to speaking and speaking their mind and stuff. And the other person is a little bit intimidated by like the energy that person shows up in. Right. It's just, there's a lot of internal conflict that's like creating blockages in this connection, even though it shouldn't be that way. It's just some deprogramming from your past that needs to be worked through, and the only way you guys are going to work through it is if you work through it together. Like, somebody has to make the first move, and this person has people on their side trying to like encourage them to make that move. And but it's up to this person what if they take those people's advice, right? If they're not doing it for them, this person has to like take their advice. They're resisting, they're holding back. Or they could be saving. They could be working on saving money. Four of Pentacles here. They could be working on saving some money in order to make a shift, in order to make a move or to do something. It's either that or they're holding back. So they're holding back while they do something, while they get themselves stronger, while they save some money, while they figure themselves out, while they do more healing work, while it's like, but they're constantly waiting for the inevitable. They're like, okay, if I just wait another week, then this will happen. If I just keep waiting, then I'll get that together. And if I wait an extra month, then this will happen, right? I'll be able to save X amount of money. Like, they're always holding themselves back, making excuses and prioritizing other things because it's easier for them than taking this leap of faith with you, or vice versa, depending on who it is and who you got, how you resonate. But there is like Page of Swords, the Emperor, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Like, this person and you, I think this person definitely sees you as a soulmate, twin flame connection. Six of Cups, soulmate. You bring them a lot of joy. They want to be a strong provider for this situation. They want a really happy, harmonious matrilineal home with you, a family. And we have the Emperor, right? They're learning what it means to be a strong and stable father figure or partner or emperor energy, right? They're learning with the Page of Swords there. They might actually be taking classes, even some of them that might be taking parenting classes with the page, because the Page of Swords can also be about studying or learning new things. So it's like they could be taking parenting classes or relationship classes, or they could be reading a lot of books and blogs and stuff about how to show up as an emperor energy, following different speakers. I can't remember that one guy, I really love him, and he talks a lot about showing up consciously in relationships as like a masculine or a feminine energy. Is really good. I can't. I'll try to remember to look up the name. I just saw 4444 on the timer, but if I remember to look up the name, I'll put it down below. But don't. I'm not sure. I'll maybe put it in the video. But this person's learning about that because they really want a happy and harmonious home. I don't think that they grew up with that, and so they don't know how to be that. They don't know how to show up as this emperor energy, and so they're having to learn how to do that because they want it to work this time. They want that happy, harmonious home. They want children with you. With the Six of Cups, I see sometimes as having children. They want to have children with you. They want to have a home with children with you. They want to show up as a father figure. Let's say earlier I talked about like if you motherhood, maybe motherhood got in the way, something about one of you having responsibilities as a mom, and that kind of got in the way, and this person didn't understand that you had these responsibilities and they didn't understand what that meant for you, and now they're learning what that means. They're learning how to show up as that masculine energy to be a father figure, or if this is, your children's father, they're learning how to show up differently in that way, and they're getting advice on how to do that. They're learning. They could be in classes for some, and they're like holding back or saving for that, for a home with you, to propose to you, to like, I don't want to get people's, we have the Ace of Pentacles there, which I always see. Some people say the Page of Pentacles is like a proposal or an offer, and it can be. I look at that more as like a business or new opportunity or starting fresh kind of energy. I always look at the Ace of Pentacles as that proposal, offer, gift from the universe, right? Somebody wanting to come in and give you a gift almost. And it's going to be like a surprise, and it's fairly substantial with the Ace of Pentacles. It's a pretty substantial gift or something. It could be a proposal. But I do see the Ace of Pentacles as that. So I do think that this person, you know, the two of you are twin flames, divine counterparts. If you were looking for confirmation, this person is seeking guidance. I didn't pull clarifier cards. I don't think I really needed it for this pile. It's a surprise though, with the High Priestess again, like at the bottom of the deck, it's over there. This is like a surprise. It's like they're planning a surprise, holding back perhaps. Even if the surprise isn't something of material value, it could be energetic and how they're showing up. They want to show up differently in that emperor energy for you, and they really want you to see the work that they've been doing and to honor you and honor this connection that they know that the two of you share. But they've been working on it. They've been working on learning, and not just doing, because the Page of Swords is about learning. So they've been working on learning how to be a father, learning how to be responsible, learning how to be accountable for their actions, growing up, like literally just growing up, learning how to be an adult, adulting. Memento Mori, life, presence, death, number 22. And again, the number 22, I look at as divine, and that's comes to 4, which is the Four of Wands energy, or um, stability, connections, manifestations, miracles, right? Connection, though. 22 is number 4. So the meaning is in the middle, and I'm like seeing that you guys are going to kind of meet in the middle. I think both of you have been doing a lot of learning about yourself and healing and growing, and the two of you are going to meet in the middle in this whole new energy, this energetic experience with each other, where there's a huge shift that's going to happen in this connection with this person. You're going to notice it, and I think that they're going to explain it to you as well, the work that they've been doing on themselves in order to show up for you in this connection and a potential family with you, if you don't already have a family with this person, but to show up in a different way. But they've been doing a lot of that work on themselves, for themselves, with themselves, but they've been getting advice from other people who've been trying to help guide them. But whether they take those people's advice or not, that's up to them. But they've been sort of like working on the courage, working on recovery, working on being courageous and brave in this situation with you, wanting to communicate, feeling a little intimidated, but like still wanting um, to do that. But you two are going to meet in the middle, I think, and have I'm hearing groundbreaking conversation. And take that as it resonates. And with that, pile number 3, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and if you're interested in a one-on-one spiritual guidance session with me or a tarot reading, the information for that is on my website, and the link to get there is in the description box below. Thank you again so much. I appreciate you, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Mwah! Okay, bye.